Hello everyone, welcome to Tech Sharmit. In this session, we are going to discuss about another command related to ls Qshell command. Okay, so mainly what we are going to see in this session, we will see how we can populate the list of files and directory recursively. Now this term is very important, recursively. Why? Because so far we have already seen various scenarios for ls command where we were used to populate the list of files and directories for different scenarios, right? Even in last session also we discussed how to filter that, right? But in today's session we are going to populate the list recursively. Now what do you mean by recursively? Recursively means, let's say there is one directory. Now what is directory? Directory is nothing but a folder. You got my point? Directory is a folder. Now if in any of the directory there is any other files, for example there is one directory dir hash, and in that directory I have another file which is abc.txt, or there could be any other directory as well which we can subdirectory, right? Directory inside directory. So I want to list down all the files and directory recursively, which means it will show like what all files and directories contains. Okay, let me show you this with one example. So that will give a clear picture to you. So for that, I'll simply write here work lnk, work link. Now just focus on the first directory, which is double hash. Now if I take option 5 here, you will see that yes, we have one more file inside this directory. So the main folder is hash hash, and inside that we have another file abc.txt. Okay, so this is regarding hashes directory. But now let's say I want to list down all the directories in same manner. I want to check all files and subdirectories are present in the directories with the help of ls command. So in this situation, we will use the ls-r command. ls-r command. Okay. So let's start the session and how we will proceed with the session. First of all, I'll tell you about the command, and then once you are comfortable with the command, then we will discuss how we can utilize the same inside clle program. Okay. So those who are directly referring this session, for just for them, I'm repeating one thing, that when you want to run any Qshell command, just simply write here qsh, then press enter. Once you hit enter, it will open the Qshell command entry. Now on this screen, you can put any command in order to perform some operations. It could be any command, right? Fine. Now here, if I hit type ls and hit enter, it will list down all files and directories. You can see all the files and directories are here. But let's say if I want to list down the files and directories recursively, which means if double hash contains any files or directories, it will show that also. Similarly, if dir hash contains any files or directories, it will show that also. Okay, so to populate these things recursively, we will use the command ls hyphen capital R. ls hyphen capital R. Make sure that you put the capital R, otherwise it will give you some other result. Okay, so simply write ls hyphen capital R, then simply hit enter. On pressing enter, you can see it provide a long list for all those directories and subdirectories. Now just focus on any of the directory. Let's focus here. You can see Sharmit is a directory, and after colon all the files are present in this directory, which is data.xml, test.xml, and ts.txt. Okay, so we have got all the files which is present in directory Sharmit. Likewise, if you look at other directory, for example new dir, so here also abc.txt is present, so that's why it is showing this, right? So this is the best way. And if you look at the test dir, which is test directory, in this we have one file test.inb and test.xml. Now if you are following the entire sequence, then I think you know that why we created these files also, because in for the few sessions we have created these directories. So these are the all files and directory which we have created, right? So if you are following proper sequence, then I think it is more clear to you, like yes, these are the files that we created, and now we can simply list down all the files and directories in simple one go with the help of ls hyphen capital R command. Okay. Similarly, if I scroll it up, you will find all the directories or files which is there, and recursively. Similarly, you can see this is the system generated directories like local, lib, python 3.6, then site packages, zip3, and info. So here you will find other subdirectories. These are the subdirectories: installer, metadata, top low, top level.txt, license record, and wheel. So these are also a subdirectories generated by system. Likewise, if you scroll it up, you will find other like cache related information, cache related subdirectories and all. Okay, so this is how we can list down all the files and directories recursively. Now this is very important command in terms of interviews as well. Sometime interviewer may ask you like how we can list down all the files and directories recursively. So you can answer that yes, we can populate the files and directory recursively with the help of ls hyphen capital R command. Make sure to mention it capital R, otherwise it will give you different result. Let me show you that. If right now if I write ls hyphen small r, and if I hit enter, you can see it is showing different list. Now what it is printing, that maybe you can figure it out why it is showing different thing. And if I am using ls hyphen capital R, in this situation it is showing different result, which is recursive data set, right? But in case of ls hyphen small r, it is showing something else. So this is a small assignment kind of thing for you. You can figure out what is the difference between ls hyphen capital R and ls hyphen small r. Okay, and if you got the answer, just put the answer in the comment section so that others can also take a reference from it. Okay, so yeah. And other question could be like if someone asks you, let's say if you have hundreds of file and you want to check all hundreds of directory and you want to check all the subdirectories present in it, so you can simply answer yes, we can do this with the help of ls hyphen capital R command. Okay, so this is all about the command. I think now you are comfortable with this command and you know what all information it provides. So now it's time to see how we can utilize the same thing but in clle program. So for this, I have already created one program with name run qsh hash. So just check it out. So this program is to list files recursively, files and directories you can say. Then to execute any of the qshell command, you just need to write one variable. So I'm declaring variable. So to declare the variable, just simply write dcl, take F4. Here you can put the variable name, which is command, type, storage, and length. So these are the basic things. And let's say if you don't know about how to declare variable, why we are providing this auto care, then you can refer the previous session because there we have discussed everything in detail. Then simply hit enter, enter again. So variable is declared. After declaring the variable, we are using chgvar command to change the value. So just write chgvar, press F4, and here you can change the value of this variable, or you can say assign the value, because so far we have not stored anything, so we are assigning with the help of chgvar. So just write command, and in command I am writing ls hyphen capital R. Again, make sure that you use capital R, not the small r, because small r is for different purpose, capital R is for different purpose. Then simply hit enter, and after that the command is ready. Now it's time to execute the command. So to execute the command, just simply go with the command strqsh, then simply take F4. Here you can put the variable name. So in my case, variable name is command, where we have stored the actual command. Okay, then simply hit enter, and now the program is ready. You can see only the 3 lines is there, rest is commented line, right? So for 3 lines is enough, for clle 3 lines is enough to execute this command. Then simply compile the program. Program is compiled. Now it's time to call it. So once I call it, it will show you the list of files and directories recursively. Okay, so you can see this is what we are expecting from this command, right? Fine. Now this is all about the command. Now if you remember, there was one session where we discussed how to remove the directories, right? So there also we used this terminology recursively. So that is also somewhere related to this. Okay, if you have not covered that thing, maybe you can check this out session first, and then maybe it would be more easier for you to understand this thing also. Okay, because some in one of the session for delete we have already discussed removing directories, we have already discussed uh, about the recursively thing. Okay, not the files, for the removing of directories. Okay, so yeah, that's all for today. I hope it is clear to all of you. In the next session we will discuss few more things. So thank you for watching Tech Sharmit.